Take the Mando Book of Boba Fett approach, where it's like you have the Mandalorian season, and then you have the Boba Fett side character essentially show up, and then in Mando, and then you have Mando kind of tag team in at the very last couple episodes of Boba Fett, and you could have Doctor Who, and then you could have Unit, and then the Doctor shows up at the end of the Unit that then goes into the next Doctor Who series. I'm sure RTD has things planned out, but you're absolutely right that the comment as far as content and on and on and on,
So
he's got things in mind.
this is kind of just out of nowhere. So yeah, obviously I didn't give you time to prep for this question, but what's one thing, like if you could decide what the next Doctor Who spinoff was about, and it could be anything, like
Yeah.
don't even worry about if it's likely or if the actor might not come back. Doesn't matter. Just like your dream show. What would it be?
I see what I was just riffing on. I think that's what I would potentially like to see. Like I would like to see a season of Doctor Who, right? Like 8 solid episodes that end with some like cataclysmic event that removes the Doctor from the picture. And so a group of individuals, be it unit, be it some side companions, whatever, they then have a series that's not Doctor Who, it's their own series of them like trying to pick up the pieces. And then towards the end, the Doctor's back and it leads into the next episode or the next series of Doctor Who. It's kind of like some of those episodes of Doctor Who that we've had where it's like, oh, what is that one where he did the misplaced Earth, misplaced.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Where it's basically like you have all these fast forward sequences of these people doing all these things. You have like Martha doing this stuff, and you have all these other companions, and there's a lot of story there, right?
You want to see that story.
Give us that story. Like give us the how horrible things are when the Doctor's not there. Give us the tragedies, give us the tension, and
You
then
want to
bring
see
the
the
Doctor
normals.
back. I want
You want the normals.
Don't say the normals.
The
Don't say
muggles. You want to see what the muggles are doing when the wizards are away. I don't.
Okay, you just killed my idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
that for me is, I get that. And like I think that is there is definitely an audience for that. It's kind of one of those things that comes up in Star Wars. People are like, "Oh, I'm so tired of lightsabers and
Don't give me the
Jedi."
Jedi. I don't want to see the Jedi. I want the pilots. I want
Exactly.
Rogue
Like show
One.
me the pilots. I want to know what the janitor's doing and yeah, like, and I'm sitting here thinking, are you kidding me? Like that's why Star Wars is cool, because of the Jedi, right? Because of the Sith, because of all this stuff that makes Star Wars unique. Like you can have regular soldiers in any sci-fi story, but you can only have Jedi in Star Wars. And in Doctor Who, to me, that is, you can only have the Doctor in Doctor Who, or you can only have the TARDIS in Doctor Who, or the time travel element.
Yeah.
So for me, if they're going to do a spin-off show, I don't want to see what the normals are doing. I could care less. But if there's another character that has a TARDIS, or there's another character that, some sort of time travel element to it, because there's been plenty of characters introduced that can do that stuff. River's one that can try and travel without a TARDIS. There's other ones that can. There's been characters that have disappeared with TARDISes. There's been characters that have the same powers as the Doctor that disappeared. So there are some of the key elements that make Doctor Who unique is out there. It's out there. There are these hanging threads that they could pick up with some of these characters.
Yeah.
Just not that I would want to see this, but just for example, the character that Maisie Williams played,
Lady Me. I was
Lady
just
Me,
thinking, yeah.
has her own TARDIS. She's out there, and I think, isn't she with Clara?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not, I mean, they probably have a hard time getting Clara back, but maybe Lady Me is out there kind of doing her own version of Doctor Who, where she's kind of going around to different times and kind of saving the day from a whole different perspective, because she's not a Time Lord. I don't know. Stuff like that is way more interesting to me than like what is Unit doing. But